This is our chapter. About it, we will be explaining as much as we can do. Yes, I am ready to discuss it. Are you with me? I am serious. I would like to explain about this together with you. Yes, electricity and circuit. It is a name. From this word, you can understand that what are we going to understand, we are going to learn in this slide. From this slide, you can take idea. We have this name is electricity and circuit. I will be explaining uh, all concepts that will be important from this uh, topic, okay, from this lecture. So name is what electricity and circuit. We will have some concepts word. uh, you can say we will be understanding concepts. Yes, at the end we will have there have how much there are some questions will be covered at the end after completing concepts. It is very important, and even you know that when concepts will be clear, basics will be complete, then we can do questions. Yes, it becomes easy when we have a complete basic. Then first step is to understand what are basics. Okay, understanding of a basics. Now after understanding basic, you can move on uh, questions. Now you will be able to understand, you will be able to solve questions. Now I want to start. Here you can think. This is the next slide. Let's understand what is it. I think it's not working. Electricity. Here, what is electricity? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Okay, it can be it can be written as it can be written as other word, other meaning of this electricity can be current. Current, okay. Now here, if you wanted to say current, then it will be okay. If you wanted to electricity, so meaning of both will be same. This is what I am telling you. Meaning of both electricity and current will be same. Okay. If you say current, it means you are saying electricity. If you say electricity, it means you are saying current. Now meaning of electricity, what will be? What will be meaning of electricity? What do you think? Uh, when we touch, when we will touch the electricity, then it will be impossible to survive, isn't it? It will be meaning of electricity, but it is not a standard meaning. It's not a standard meaning. Yeah, I know. Most of people know that we should not touch the necked wire in which electricity is going. Yeah, we know. That's why we are saying that we cannot survive. Okay, it will be less chance to survive when we will get soaked by electricity. Then yes, standard meaning will be what? Electricity, it provides a current. Okay, it provides electricity. Electricity. You can say a device will have a chemical stored, and that chemical stored will convert itself into electricity, and that chemical stored will come out from that device, and then it will travel through wire. And now in wire in which electrons are traveling. Remember, in wire has electrons. Always remember, electrons will not end. Electrons travel throughout the wire, throughout the device. It starts from negative terminal of this cell, otherwise you can say of the electric device. It will start electron will start traveling from negative terminal, and uh, it travels. It happens again. This is a process of traveling electrons. But who gives a power? This is question. Who gives a power to electrons? I told you, electron will not end. Electrons will never end. In wire, they will be in wire. Work of electron is to travel throughout the circuit of electricity. That travels only, you can say. Now here, if they are traveling, and I said you they will not end. You can say life of electrons will not be limit. They can live unlimited time. Okay, unlimited time. They will not end. But they are provided powers. They are provided powers. Electricity is what? When we touch the electricity, then immediately we behave strangely, isn't it? It provides, you can say, it will provide there is a what there is a there is a object, and that object is non-living thing. So you can say something will happen when electricity will be provided to device. Now what I'm trying to say, electricity will touch you to living thing, then that living thing will have more power. But that living thing don't want that much power. That's why power of human and power of electricity, when both will come together, then who will damage? Human. Human can come in danger. Okay. So here you can you say that it has powers. It has power. Electricity has power, and this electricity, in simple word, you can say it has power. This power, electricity will provide. This electricity will be provided from chemical storage to electrons. Chemical storage. What is chemical storage? Chemical storage is found inside this inside this chemical storage is found inside this. What is this? This is a electric cell. Okay, electric cell. Chemical storage is a collection of a chemical. It is available inside this electric cell, and now this chemical storage will be converted into electricity. Then what will be processed? This will this will chemical storage will attach the electrons, and now electron will come into power because of chemical storage attached to electrons. That's why they uh, electrons came into power. Now you can say electrons have power to travel. So what will electrons do after getting power? They will travel. They will not have travel. No, they will electrons will not have power. Then of course they will not travel. This is a simple thing. So from where power is coming? Yes, chemical stored is giving powers to electrons so that electrons can travel, isn't it? So that electrons can travel. So this is a process to convert chemical storage into electricity. Chemical storage is also electricity, but we cannot completely say that chemical storage is electricity. Here, chemical storage is being converted into electricity. We don't convert, but when both come together, then there is a process in which chemical storage will this chemical storage will be converted into electricity. Now this electrons will travel. Now I said you that it has a power. When it will touch to device, then that device will work, of course. But one condition is more. One condition is more. We will understand here. So meaning of electricity is what? It follows through wires and circuits. It follows through wires and circuits. Yes, it is true. It means I told you, I explained right now. Who is it traveling? Electrons are traveling. It means they have a power. They have power. So here chemical storage power of this chemical storage gave a power to electrons, and chemical storage said to electrons that you have to travel throughout the circuit of electricity. Now here wire word is coming. It means electrons are we can say electrons are available in wire. Now chemical storage will give power to electron. Now electrons will work throughout the circuit, you can say, otherwise you can say throughout the wire. Now in this figure you can realize what is happening here. From this figure you can observe one thing. What? Here electrons are traveling. We cannot say directly, but we can observe. Where is a positive terminal? This is positive terminal. Where is a negative terminal? This is negative terminal. Okay. This metal cap, it looks like, I'm saying what cap. How does cap look? So like this cap looks. That's why we say it is known as metal cap. And now here we are adding metal word. It means this is made of metal, that's why. And it should not be insulator. It should not be it should not be made of uh, plastic, made of insulator, made of wood. Okay, it should be made of metal. Okay, I will, because when this metal cap will be plastic, then electrons cannot pass. Okay, electrons cannot pass, cannot cross this, cannot travel through this electric cell, because this will be, when this metal caps will be made of plastic. Then so here what is happening, this is a negative terminal, this is positive terminal. Now here always remember, electrons will start from here, electrons will start from here, and it will go like this, it will travel like this. And this one, this is a negative terminal, and I want to say also what, electric cell, any electric device will have two terminals. This is electric cell and this is electric bulb. Now electric bulb has a two terminal, this is a first and this is a second. This is a negative terminal, and this side will always be negative terminal, and this metal cap, this side will be always what, positive terminal. And I told you, from negative terminal this electrons will start traveling, electrons will start traveling from negative terminal like this. Now when it comes to, when electrons comes to this electrons come to this electric bulb, here also you can observe two types of terminals, first negative and second positive terminal. We don't care here positive and negative, but here this electric cell, electric bulb will have two terminals, this first and this at bottom you can say this wire is connected to bottom of this bulb, and this wire is connected to base of the electric cell. So you don't join both at one place at this bottom, no, then this bulb will not glow. Clear, this bulb will not glow. Electrons will come like this, and here it will pass the filament, and then it will go like this, this is how electricity is traveling. Electricity is traveling. Here direction of a current, this is the direction of a current. Okay, so direction of a current will be like this. So always remember, direction of a current will be in one side, will be what, in one side. Clear? And flow of electrons, direction of a flow of electrons, here you can see the direction of a flow of electrons is from negative terminal like that. We cannot say we cannot say that direction of this electrons will be here like this and then will be here like this. No, it will be wrong. Both have only one direction like this. Okay, in one direction they will travel, and this is, so here this is the direction of electrons, and this is the direction of a current. Now that's it in this slide. Let's see what is in next slide. In a next slide, this is the next slide. What is happening here? We have this figure in front of you. What is happening here? In the previous slide we saw in the previous slide we saw meaning of electricity. In this slide, let's try to understand. A small electric cell, yes, it is a device. It is a device. So this electric cell, this is a device. Now, in this device is a what? Chemical stored. In this device is a chemical stored, and this side is known as this side. This is a metal. This side will be made of a metal, and it is a flat. That's why we name it as a disc, metal disc. And this side, this is a positive tunnel. So this is a positive tunnel because of it. This side, what? This side is a metal cap, and this is made of metal. That's why we are saying this is metal cap. Okay, that's why we are saying metal cap. This wire is connected to this terminal, and this is connecting to this terminal. Now that's why this electrician, what is happening here? When it is not connected to this positive terminal, then this bulb does not glow. When it connects to this positive terminal, then it starts glowing, isn't it? Why? When it will not be connected to this terminal, then we can say this is open. But it is a when it will be connected to this, then we can say it is a closed. Now we have complete circuit, but we are not talking about the circuit. Also remember, electric cell will have two terminals, first negative and second positive. Any chemical, any electric device you can take, we cannot say that they will have one terminal. Sometimes they will have three terminals, four terminals. No, it's not fact. Even we realize in our daily life. Fact is they will have only two terminals, first positive, second negative, only two terminals. Both will be a sign of both will be printed. Sometimes you can realize, okay, you can observe sometimes sign of printed of two terminals. Now one point you are crystal clear, is that any kind of electric device will have two terminals only two terminals. And at the end of both, two wires are connected. Where? At the end of terminals. So Kishan asked to you, where are wires connected? Then you would say both wires are connected. Both wires are connected where? At both end terminals, isn't it? Now it is a fact. It is a truth. Okay. Now here, this is a definition. A small device that produces electricity. Yes. Inside it, as I told you, it has a chemical stored, which is found inside it, and now it gives power to electrons. And now, yes, here it gives powers to electrons. Now electron will start traveling. Because of chemical stored gave power to electrons. That's why. Now if there is a full, if chemical storage is full. Okay, there is no end of a chemical storage inside it. Chemical storage is complete, is full. Okay, now electrons will travel faster and smoothly. Yes, because of chemical storage is full. Chemical storage is full. That's why electrons will travel faster. But after few days, after few months, using it, after using of some days of a few months, of course, chemical storage will getting end. Chemical storage will be getting end after few months, isn't it? It will happen. Now if they are getting end after day by day, they are getting, we are using, okay, we are using electric device, then then chemical storage will be getting end when we will use. If you don't use, then mm, chemical storage will be full still after a few months. And after few months, uh, when you will use, then then that electric device, that electric cell will work better. But after using of few months, then you will get result something else. Performance of that electric cell will be what, slow, will not be that much better. Okay, performance of electric cell. Now can I say electric cell, this is, can I say alt electric cell, because we used for few months, that's why I'm saying. So now performance of alt cell will not be better because of we used for few months. And now chemical storage is getting end, which is inside it. That's why we say new cell, work of new cell will be faster, will be smoothly, but work of old cell slow will be slow. Now what is the reason behind it? Reason is simple. If chemical storage is full, so that electrons will start traveling faster because of chemical storage is full. If chemical storage is getting it, then then electrons will start traveling slowly. At certain time, these electrons are traveling uh, at with this much speed, and then after few months, so a speed of electrons will decrease day by day because of chemical storage is getting it. That's why. So now you understood performance of electric cell will depend uh, on where, on chemical storage, which is inside electric cell. It has the two terminals. First is negative, second is positive terminals. Both are compulsory, and we are able to connect two wires correctly because of these two terminals. That's why. That's why. Now next slide. Next slide. In this we will try to understand meaning of a battery. Always remember in just in the next in the last previous slide, we broke down what electric cell. In this we will have, in the previous slide we had one cell. In this slide we have collection of group of cells, you can say group of cells. Here to make any kind of a battery, to make any kind of battery, not any kind and as we say, to make a battery you can connect a group of cells correctly. Okay, correctly. Okay, you have group of cells, you can take 2 3 4 5 cells. Okay, 3 5 number of these cells you have. Now one thing you have to do is that just connect wire with the terminals of each cells, but correctly, in correct way you have to connect, you have to connect in correct way. Are you understanding? Here you can see this one, this positive terminal is connected. So meaning of a battery is what? This is to make a battery we should have a group of cells. Now why are we understanding this? Why are we understanding it? Here remember what is the use of it and what was use of electricity. So use of electric cell is is for a small device, and use of this battery is for standard device, and we use electricity uh, which will be in your house. Electricity, this bulb, this fan, this fan starts moving because of electricity. So power of that electricity, power of this electricity will be more, and power of this battery will be less as compared to power of this electricity. Now here only a cell will have less power as compared to this battery. It will have more power than cell. Are you understanding? I am not saying. Here we are observing amount of power of a battery and of a cell. Amount of power. Electric cell will have let's say something power, but it will have more power than electric cell. So for more power we can make a battery, and for more power we can use this type of electricity which comes up from transformer. Okay, so what is use of it? use of it for Use of it is for standard device. We cannot use electric cell for a standard device, no. Then that electric cell will not work, because of electric cell, a single electric cell is made for a small device, but battery is made for a standard device. Okay, remember. Okay, clear. So this was use of battery and cell. So battery by will be made by group of a cell. As you can see, you have four cells in front of you. You have four cells in front of you. A group of two or more electric cells connected together form forms what? Battery. Do you want to see magic? This will be not be magic, but let's see what happens. First, let's understand. Let me explain this connection of this wire. This wire, connection of this wire, which is connected to positive terminal, positive terminal. This wire is connected to this terminal, and this is going like this, and this is connected to this wire, this terminal. So always remember, connection of one wire should not be, I think, should not be only positive terminal, only positive terminal. You will realize connected wire with a terminal. Here it is connected to this positive terminal, and this is connected to this negative terminal. It is a correct way. But what if it will be connected to this, and it will be connected to this like this and like this, like this, like this? It will work. Now we have two. It will work. But but here what is happening? It is connected to this positive terminal. This wire is connected to this positive terminal and this negative terminal. Here same here is happening. Same here is happening, and this black wire is connected to only one, which is what? This negative terminal. This will work. I will discuss about it later in details. Now one thing we can observe, voltage of this is how much? 1.5. So each 4 electric cell has how much? 1.5. Now we connected a wire with the terminals of this cell in correct way. Then how much volts we will get? How much volts will we get? So of course 1.5, 1.5, 3, 1.5, 1.5, again 3, so 3, 3, 6. So we will get how much? 3.6 volt. This is power. This is what? This is power. Now this collection of a battery is providing this much voltage, and we were using in this previous slide only one cell. So can we say only one cell will provide you 1.5 volt? But here we have connected electric cell how much? 4. And now we can calculate how much we can calculate how much voltage will we get. So of course 1.5, 1.5, each electric cell has 1.5 volt. So we have 4, it means total we will get 6.6 voltage we will get. If you have a 6 number of a cell, then of course you will get how much? I think 9 volt. So here we are adding, isn't it? We are adding, and here we are trying to understand that this much power will get to that to device. Okay, this much power. Now something else. Electric bulb. You might have seen this type of bulb in recent time. And today we don't use this bulb often. We don't use. We have LED. This is not LED. This is electric bulb which you used to use in recent time. Now we are breaking down it. You will understand parts of electric bulb, so that we can get some ideas. This is electric device also. It has two terminals. First negative terminal, this second positive terminal. First will be here. This is base, and this bottom. This is a top, but this bottom, which is made of a metal, and this is also made of a metal. And this is a positive. This is a negative. Also, you can consider this negative and this positive. Okay. So always remember, electric device will have two terminals. Now bulb will glow. When will bulb glow? Question is, when will bulb glow? Yes. If electrons are passing through this. Are you able to here? Let's understand. If electrons are coming, electrons are passing. Remember this. This is one terminal and this is second terminal. Okay. This bottom contact will be known as one terminal, and this base contact will be for another terminal. Clear. Now here, these are all parts of this bulb. First, it is made of metal. This bottom contact is also made of a bottom, so that electron, it is made of a bottom. It is made of metal, so that electrons can pass through this. Now electrons will come like this, and this wire you can see, this wire is not covered by plastic. This wire is naked. Isn't it? It is happening. This wire is naked, and electrons will come, and then it will go like this, and then here it will enter in filament. This thin wire is a filament. It is a tungsten. This is a filament. Here, when electrons will pass this filament, then this bulb will glow. So how will bulb glow? When electrons will come from one terminal, and then it will enter like this in this, then it will start like this. Okay, here, and then it will enter in filament. When it will enter in filament, now this bulb will glow, and like this it will pass. So this is a process from which bulb will glow, and it will come out like this. It will come out from here. Okay. Like this. This is how electrons travels throughout the electric bulb. This is how will electrons travel. It will come from terminal of the electric cell, electric battery, you can say. Okay, battery. Okay, and it will enter in this terminal like this. Okay, and then electron will travel, and it will pass here. It will travel through this filament, which is curved wire, is thin, and electrons will travel through this filament. Now this bulb will glow. Then it will come like this, and then it will come out from next terminal. This was one terminal. This is next term. Work of one terminal is to allow the electrons to travel uh, in this. Okay, and this next terminal come will allow to come from this electric bulb. From one terminal, electrons will pass, electron will enter. From next terminal, electron will exit. Exit. From one terminal, electron will enter, and from next terminal, electrons will come out. Okay, electrons will come out. Now, always remember this first layer. We understood how will bulb glow. We understood how does electrons, how does electron travel throughout this bulb. Now, will first layer is made up of a transparent object. It is a transparent. This glass layer. This first layer. This is made of glass. It is a transparent. That's why we can see. We are able to see. We are able to see parts of this electric cell which is inside this electric bulb. We are able to see why, because of this first layer, which is the outer, is made up of what glass, and glass is a transparent object, and transparent object allows to see this side, from this side to this side, from this side to this side. So who will allow to see? So transparent object will allow. Okay, who will allow? Transparent object will allow. That's why we can see all parts that are inside this bulb. Okay, so first layer will be made of glass bulb. Now next, inside this bulb will be what? Gas, and name of gas is inert. Yes, we can take breath. We take breath daily and daily. Now you would say, where is the gas? Okay, where? But yes, reality is, there is a gas. We cannot see, but we take breath. We live our life because of air. Same, in this bulb will have in this bulb will have gas, but name of a gas will be something else. If name of a gas is a something else, it means this is this this gas is a something else, and name is inert gas. Inert gas. Okay, inert gas is our air. Okay, but this is a something else. This gas is a something else. From name we can understand. From name we are saying. Now something else. This filament. Let's understand filament. What is the work of a filament? What can it do? Let's understand. Let me explain. Always remember, bulb will glow or not. It will depend on filament of the bulb. Bulb will, if electricity, if both wires are well, then both terminals are well, then electrons are passing, electrons are coming from a battery, then bulb will glow or not. It will depend on filament. Remember. Clear? Now, if a filament is completely well, then it will glow. This bulb will glow. But if there is a disorder in filament, then it will not work at all. It will not glow at all because of filament is broken. Filament will be broken. Filament would be broken. That's why we say this bulb is a fused bulb. So fused bulb is the same bulb, but this bulb will have a broken filament. That's that's why name of that bulb will be fused bulb, because of if you have fused bulb then you can easily say that this bulb has a broken filament. This bulb, fused bulb, will have a broken filament, always remember. Clear? If a bulb is glowing, it means filament is well. If you have a fused bulb, it means filament of that bulb is broken. Clear? It was very simple. So fused bulb is what? What is a fused bulb? Fused bulb has a broken filament. Clear? They that bulb will not glow. They don't glow anyhow because of filament is broken. Now filament is also wire, but it is not covered by plastic material. It is not covered by any type of insulator. So it will be necked wire, but thickness of this wire will be thin, will be less, you can say. This will be less, filament will be less. Okay, filament will be less. It is wire, it is a curved wire like this. It is a curved wire. Here you can see this is a curved wire. Clear? It is a wire, but it is a necked wire. It looks a curve, and it is a curved wire. Contact wire to foot. Yes, yes, yes. Here you can see we have two like this standing wire, but thickness of this standing wire is more, isn't it? Thickness of this standing wire is more, because of they are standing. Where 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 will bulb glow? So here. That's why this is the height of this standing wire. Clear? Now next, support wire. Here we have this one and this one. Two. There are two wires, which height is less. Name is what? Support wire, and this is a contact wire to foot. So this will be. So here you can say this is a one. This is one. One is a. This is one positive terminal and this is a negative terminal, you can say. So this is for one terminal and this is the next terminal. And here this is a filament in which both are connecting to each other, isn't it? And this support wire, so that filament come down cannot come down. That's why these two wires are here. Okay, two wires are here, so that this filament wire cannot come down. Now here you can ask why thickness of filament is thin, why thickness of filament is very less. When answer is, when electrons will pass through this, then electrons will say, oh, here thickness of this wire is very less. So here immediately this bulb will glow because of a thickness. If the thickness of this wire will be more, then this will not glow too much. This will not glow too much. Sometimes we observe in our daily life that voltage of this bulb is less. Why does it happen? Because of voltage is less, that's why. Bulb is glowing very less because of voltage is less. That's why bulb is glowing very less. Okay. So here thickness of the filament will be less as compared to this standing wire. Thickness of the standing wire is more. That's why they are not glowing. This standing wire is will not glow. Will not glow. But something I would say something it will glow. Something it will glow because it is naked. But here thickness of the filament is very less. That's why here electrons will come and will say, oh here, so here electrons will be power of electrons will be here more, and now it will provide light. Clear? So this is what we understood in this electric bulb. About fused bulb we explained that fused bulb has a broken filament, it does not glow at all. Okay, it does not glow at all. Next slide, let's see. Electric circuit. We have two. One is a open circuit and second is a closed circuit. Here you can easily see any kind of a space. Can you see in this any kind of a space, any kind of a broken thing, any broken thing can you observe in this closed circuit? I am not talking about this right now. Okay, I am talking about this. No, you cannot see anything which is broken. You cannot see. Even why you are not able to see anything, any broken thing? Because of because of there is no broken part. That's why here this one terminal is connected to this electric bulb, and this second terminal is connected to this electric bulb. Now electrons will come like this. Electrons will start from uh, electrons will start traveling from negative terminal, and like this it will enter in this terminal, then it will go in electric bulb. As you know, this electric bulb has two standing wire, so that filament stay center of the can stay at center of the electric cell. That's why the electric bulb will have two standing wire. The bulb will have two standing wire so that filament can stay at the center of the electric bulb. That's why. And first standing wire will be one terminal and second standing wire will be another terminal. We have understood this. So here electrons are working. Here you can see electrons are working. Electrons are going like this, and then like this, like this. Electrons are working because there is no part of broken. That's why. So now you can say it is a complete circuit because any 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 component is not broken. Even wire is not broken. Even filament is not broken. Filament is well, wire is well, everything is fine. In this figure everything is fine. That's why it is a complete circuit, we can say. And now we will name this type of a circuit as a closed circuit because of all things are close to each other. All things are closely to each other. That's why we are saying it is a closed circuit. And if circuit is closed, everything is fine, then we can easily say bulb will glow. Bulb will glow. We can say electrons are working. Electrons are working. Here you can say bulb is glowing because of circuit is complete. Uh, Connection of all things, even battery and wire are correct. Now in this figure you can see this wire is not connected to this electric bulb, and you can easily say this circuit has a broken part. This broken view you can see, it is, this wire is not connected to electric bulb. That's why we will say it is open. Open, why open? Because it is not connected. Here we can say easily it is open. That's why we are saying this circuit is open. Now here, what is the circuit? Circuit is a path, okay? Circuit is a road, but a road should be closed to work. To, if you want that bulb should work, then circuit should be closed. Then everything will be better. Connection of everything will be correct. But here, this path is not complete. Okay, this path is not complete. Now meaning of this is what in this circuit, it meaning of this is what electrons are coming out from this, and it is traveling like this, like this, like this, and it will stop till here at the electric bulb. Now where will this bulb go? Where this bulb will go? No, it will start traveling, and then it will end here. It is not connected to this, that's why they cannot pass. That's why it is open. That's why we can say circuit is open. Circuit is open, we can name it as a open circuit, as a open circuit. Clear? Okay, open circuit. So here, if a circuit is open, say what, it will not glow, bulb will not glow. Next thing, here we have how much components do we have here? Here one is electric bulb, second is wire, third is a cell. So 3 wires. These are components to make a electric circuit. We should have 2 or more. No, we should have 3 or more components to make a electric circuit. One thing is compulsory, what? Battery. Second, wire. Third, what? Electric device. Next thing, let's say electric shell. What is the work of electric? Not, this is not electric shell. What is the work of electric switch? What do you think about it? It will give you production, okay? It will protect you. This is work of this. Work of this is to protect to living thing. It will give control of electric circuit to you. This is this is making sense. Control of electric cell will be in your hand when you will have this electric switch. You have electric switch, it means you have control of electric circuit. Clear? If you want to what, if you want that electric circuit should be what, broken, should be open, then just take a switch and then press the off side, press the off side. Now when you will press when you will press on off side, then what will happen? This connected wire will be like this, will look like this, will be like this. It means now wire is open. Wire is open. Wire is open. It means circuit is open. This is open circuit. Now when you will press on side, then what will happen? This wire will connect to each other, and now this bulb will glow. When you will press off side of the electric switch, then bulb will not glow, because of it is what, when you will off side, then circuit will be open, wire will be broken. When you will press on side of the electric switch, then uh, open circuit will be complete. Clear? Here this on off is what? Electric switch. By using this electric switch you can break this closed circuit. You can open the closed circuit. Close you can close the open circuit. How? By electric switch. Okay, you can do like that because of electric switch. In some words we can say this is a controller. Control of electric circuit will be in your hand. It will give you production so that you cannot come in contact of electricity. Clear? This was the use of electric switch. Next thing, let's say we have insulator materials and conductor materials. We use this type of materials in making of electric circuit. We use here you can see let me explain meaning of insulator material and conductor material. Here remember here remember here remember what will happen. Any object you can take, for example chair, marker, wood, all these are materials which will not conduct, which don't conduct the electricity. So there are a lot of objects which will not conduct electricity at all. When we will connect the insulator materials to with electricity, then in that moment insulator materials will not conduct. Insulators materials will not conduct electricity. Means when electrons will come through conductor wires, through wires, and when uh, and one insulator, let's say this pin is connected to wire. Now electrons are coming through wire, but it will stop at the connection of this what this insulator material. Here connection of this with this wire is here. So electrons will stop here at here. It will not pass, it will not travel through this uh, object because of it does not have what? Electrons. That's why like that materials do not conduct electricity. Did you understand? This was meaning of insulator. Any kind of object you can take, if that object is not conducting electricity, it means we name like that materials as insulator materials. Insulator materials are materials which will not conduct electricity. There are some materials, in other case there are some materials which will that materials will conduct electricity. If yes, there are some materials, if they are conducting materials, it means we can name that material as a conductor material. Okay, this was meaning of conductor and insulator. Now for example iron will conduct electricity when electricity will get attached with the iron rod. Now it is conducting electricity, it means it has electrons, it has electrons. That's why it is a conducting electricity. This rod will conduct electricity. If it is conducting electricity, it means it has electrons. That's why electrons are traveling through this. Electrons will be traveling through this electrons. Clear? Even wire is a conductor. Now we are saying wire is a conductor. It means it will conduct. It should be conducted what electricity, because of it is a conductor material. That's why. Clear? So in conclusion, we found there are two types of material. Now here one thing I would like to show you. Here this lower part is made of insulator. This upper part is made up of insulator. That's why we are not able to contact with electricity, because of this upper part, and this surface of this will be made of insulator. That's why we are not able to contact, we are not able to connect with the electricity. That's why. Now this wire, surface of the wire will be what? Will be made of insulator. Will be made of surface of the wire will be made of I think will be made of plastic. Plastic is insulator. They don't conduct electricity. That's why when we touch the wire, not net wire, when we touch the wire, then we cannot come in contact of electricity. Then we don't come in contact of electricity, because of a wire is made up of plastic. Plastic is insulator. Insulator does not conduct electricity. So this is the reason. Clear? Now inside wire is what? Inside wire is not insulator. Inside wire is a what? Conductor. Wire. Inside wire will be what? Copper will be copper. Yeah, copper will be iron. So it is what? Copper is a conductor. Now it is a conductor. We can say it is conducting electricity. It has electrons. Electrons are traveling through wire. Through wire. We use a plastic material to cover wire, so that anyone cannot come in contact of electricity. That's why wire is covered by plastic, by insulator material. So here in conclusion we can say insulators and use of insulators and conductor materials are compulsory in making of electricity, in making of electric circuit, are compulsory. Both are compulsory. Insulator will protect us. Insulator will protect living things, and conductor materials will conduct electricity. When conductors will conduct electricity, then bulb will glow. Okay. And if there is a use of insulators in making electricity, it means they will protect us. Clear? Now next thing, let's see. We have some questions related to these are some questions based on concept. Which part of the bulb glows when electricity passes through it? Meaning of it here, what? In your language you can understand it. It is saying which part of the bulb glow. Part of the bulb. Okay, it is saying which part of the bulb, not a part of the electrician. So which part of the bulb will glow when electricity will pass through it, through this part. So what is that part from which a bulb will glow when electricity will pass through that part. So we have four options. One is a base. Base is a terminal, yeah, isn't it? Base is a terminal of the electric bulb. Second is glass. Glass is a layer. Glass is the first layer which is transparent. Yes. Filament. Filament is a thin wire, isn't it? Filament is a thin wire, and electron pass electrons pass electron electron pass through filament, then bulb glows. So it can be answered. Next is a terminal. Okay, terminal. Okay, through terminal electrons will pass, but terminal will not glow. Okay, terminal will not glow, filament will glow. And filament is wire in which electrons travel. Terminal is a place in which uh, electrons travel, but terminal does not glow, filament will glow. So answer is what? Filament. Second question is, what is a group of cells? What? Cells. Okay, I thought cells, which is taught in biology, but this context is what? Physics. Physics context is electricity. So cell, it means electric cells. Electric cell. What is a group of cells called? So if there is a group of a cell, it means it will form battery. Of course it will form battery. So circuit, group of only group of a cell can make a circuit? No, no, no. Mhm. We should have two, we should have three or more components to make a circuit. So battery, yes, battery is a collection of a cell. It forms a collection of cells form a battery. So yes, answer, this would be answer. But let's see what is the next. Switch. No, group of cell is not called switch, isn't it? No, it is not making sense. Wire. Wire, it, wire is a group of a cell? No, battery is a group of a cell. So finally we can say battery is a group of a cell. Next question. Which of the following is an insulator? Insulator, we understood. Insulator material, conductor material. Now it is telling you, it is saying insulator material. You have four options. But hold on, can you tell me what is the meaning of insulator? How to identify insulator material? Yes, it is easy. If object is not conducting electricity, we can name that object as an insulator. We know copper, iron, aluminum. This three has electrons, but plastic will not conduct electricity. Plastic will not conduct electricity. Copper, iron, aluminum conduct electricity, but plastic will not conduct electricity. So that's why plastic is not conducting electricity, it means it is an insulator. That's why we name like that materials as an insulator. Now next, so answer would be same, plastic. Now next question, what happens in an open circuit? What will happen in open circuit? Of course, first bulb will not glow, something will be broken, filament can be broken, wire can be broken. Then we say yes, circuit is open. So we have four options. From this option we can answer this question. First is a bulb glow. Bulb glows. No, circuit is open, so bulb will not glow at all. B is what? Electricity flows. Electricity follows. No, 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 not at all. No, electricity will not travel in open circuit. In open circuit, electrons will not pass from one to another where broken is a part. So here, next option is a bulb does not glow. Yes, yes, it does not. It will not glow. Bulb will not glow in open circuit. It is true. Battery charges? No, no. So answer would be C. In closed circuit, bulb will glow, electricity will follow, battery will charge. No. Only bulb will glow, and electricity will flow in closed circuit. Clear. Next, fifth, which terminal of a cell is marked is print with a plus sign? So plus sign will tell about positive terminal. Plus is for positive terminal, negative sign is for negative terminal. Yes. So plus is for positive terminal, minus is for negative terminal. It is easy to identify which one is a positive terminal, which one is a negative terminal. So how do we identify when there is a print of negative and positive? From negative we say this is negative terminal, from positive we say this is a positive terminal. So this is the answer. Okay, this is answer. Clear. So finally this is the end. We explained this much in this slide. I enjoyed. I i hope you will be enjoying. You would be enjoying. That's all we understood. We have understood about electricity circuit. We took concepts. We accepted some questions based on the concepts. That's all.